Hey, welcome back to another fun-filled week. You know that we are your earball influencers. We're here to tickle your eardrums. That's right, with our soothing voices and our wacky comments. Hey, it is that time. Grab your drink, sit down, let's go! All right, guys, how's it going? Good week? John's back. Hooray.
I'm back!
Yep.
Finally.
Yeah.
We were actually getting some emails asking if you were actually a part of the show still.
Wow, I mean...
I think you've been on one of these 7 episodes that we've posted. Six or 7 episodes? I don't know. I don't even know.
Well, I had a few big changes in my life, you know, so...
Oh.
Maybe
we'll
can
get into
that.
We'll dive into that here
But as
shortly.
Brent said, hey, you know, what a wonderful kind of day, you know.
Yeah.
We can learn to work and play and get along with each other.
Are we gonna,
What? Hey, Dr. Seuss, shh. Good night. We're going to get sued because you're rhyming.
Is that from Arthur?
My man, there
Holy
you go.
cow, look at that.
Look at that.
10 points to Russendor.
And
sure.
our sponsor, PBS. There you go.
No. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'd love to get some of that public broadcasting money, though.
Heck yeah.
They just shell it out. They don't even care.
No.
It's taxpayer money.
I know. And Sesame Street has nothing to do with...
Isn't Sesame Street on HBO now? I'm not kidding.
You know what?
I think that's a real
you're
thing.
right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Isn't that the craziest thing to think about? The same network that produced Game of Thrones is now handling Sesame Street.
Well, there they can do anything because, you know, they're not publicly funded.
Yes, exactly.
So brings a whole new light to Tickle Me Elmo.
And no more Cookie Monster.
Oh,
because
yeah, that's
cookies
right.
are bad. Yeah, you gotta
or
watch.
monsters, or who
Well, yeah,
knows?
nobody's really a monster.
Right.
Well, I think it's like the vegetable monster now or
gross.
something like
Wait,
that.
really?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my-
green. Yeah,
Well, he's a
that's-
monster because all he's doing is eating vegetables. He wants his cookies.
Well, and if he goes veggie, doesn't he? If he gets mad, isn't he more like the Hulk? I think Marvel should jump in here.
Except too many carrots, so he's orange.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of it doesn't work as well.
That's tough. Poor Cookie Monster.
His eyesight is amazing, though.
Yeah, he can
absolutely
see
top
anything.
notch. Yeah.
What about Oscar the? You know what? You got me down this road. So what about Oscar the Grouch?
You
Is
can't
he
call
still-
him the Grouch.
You can't. Is he still in the
he's-
trash can?
I think he's Oscar the Unhoused.
The unhoused.
Yeah.
There we go. Is
Lives
he
in the
still in a
garbage
trash can
Well,
now?
man,
Or is he
he's gonna-
upgraded to a tent?
Well,
Well-
there's nothing wrong with living in a garbage can, Brent. You're making an assumption that there's something wrong with it.
What about Snuffleupagus? Is he still dopey?
Well, nobody knows what he is.
Oh.
Does anybody know what Snuffleupagus is?
bird.
Buying an awful lot of Sudafed these days, though. We don't know if it's to try to unstuff himself or if he's making some...
Yeah. Meth.
Yeah,
What-
that's the one.
I mean, it sounds like he's on a drug. Every time he walks, he draws it out.
This is the...
That dude is high.
HBO is now really getting the nitty-gritty world of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
They're ripping back that little kid layer that makes
Yeah.
these characters fun and relatable, and they're making it down and just...
Yes. Yeah, they're
you know.
they're getting into it. Oh my. Now I'm going to have to try to watch the new Sesame Street.
It's definitely not for children.
No, it's not.
I've never seen it, but
I
I'm
didn't
assuming.
realize the letter D stood for that.
How does the puppet have so much blood?
M is for murder. What?
Why is it rated TVMA?
Why is Big Bird yelling at Elmo? Why is Bert and Ernie? What's going on with Bert and Ernie? What's going on?
And on that note...
So, on that note, I got a strange... Well, I didn't get it.
Oh, go on.
My wife got something strange in the mail that made me concerned.
Uh-oh.
And I just found it today. I don't know when she got it. She was invited to an open house at a funeral home, which has me concerned.
Wait. I'm trying to wrap my head around the concept here.
Yes, an
if
open-
I can...
Please.
Yeah. So an open house
Sure.
at a funeral home.
Yes.
What was the... Oh, was like did somebody she know die?
No. They're just like, hey, come check us out. And I'm thinking to myself, is that why she had a measuring tape out the other night?
Was it... Oh.
Sizing me for a coffin?
Oh, yeah, it's not for her.
No, it's not
She's,
for her.
Yeah, I get what's
This
going on
is
here.
why I'm concerned, because it was addressed to her.
Too many times of having to pick you up from the daddy day camp at the mall.
Yeah.
The hubby day camp.
Yes, yeah.
And she's got what's the open house at a funeral home look like?
I would have to almost assume it looks like a funeral. There's some finger foods around.
Is it like
everybody's quiet?
It's like a parade of coffins type of thing. There's all these coffins.
Nice
like that.
coffins.
This is our maple model.
Yes. Our deluxe oak. It smells of nature, but he's going to rest in comfort.
For the real high rollers, we have this mahogany edition. This one,
going to the afterlife smelling rich.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am genuinely concerned. I'm canceling my life insurance. See if that'll
show her.
That'll
show her.
Yeah, like, you know what? If you kill me, you're not getting anything.
I have nothing. You're not going to get anything.
Yeah. So enjoy your open house at the funeral home. But I'm not going to be.
Wait,
there.
I guess that begs the question: is she going to this? Do you have to RSVP for a?
I don't think so.
For an open house at a funeral home, I don't.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I'm coming on this day at this time. All right, we'll see you there.
I'll be there. I will not be bringing my +1.
Yeah, and it's rude because they didn't ask for a +1.
They didn't know. That's usually
if you're going to suspect.
If you're going to an open house at a funeral home, you probably don't have a +1.
Or you won't
anymore.
be soon.
Yeah. Planning that one out.
So it got me a little concerned. And I feel like she was hiding it from me, not like, hey, babe, this is what I got in the mail. She was like, I'm going to hide this.
Did you find it in like her sock drawer or
it was weird.
Yeah.
It was very well hidden. I don't know how I found it. I think I accidentally sneezed, blew something over, picked it up. I had stumbled into her email, whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like, checking her text messages.
Yeah, yep. So it has me a little concerned. So if I'm not here next week, it wasn't an accident.
No, and we'll at least they don't call it like an open casket at a funeral home. That's a different thing.
Right.
You got to be careful with your wording when you're in the funeral home business.
Exactly. But it does have me curious to the fact of like I kind of want to go to the open house and see what's going on.
I really think that you should go and report on it for the Menacing podcast.
Yeah, and just be like, hey, these are delicious sandwiches. Thank you.
Yeah, do you get food?
Well,
do they give out food and drink?
It's an open house. It's an open house. So are there banners? Does it look like a celebration? Is it an open house like you're going to a graduation?
You gotta make it fun. And do they have dummies in the caskets?
That
or like
would
people
be,
in the
yeah,
caskets?
that would be,
like this is what you could look like.
Look at how good you could look in this casket.
This suit is included, although we'll have to, tailor it out a little bit. But it is included.
Possibly get a little bit bigger, a little bit wider casket for you, sir. But
hey. This is our environmental model.
It's a cardboard.
Yeah, it'll
lined with moss.
We just dump it under a bridge when you're dead. No burial required.
Don't worry. You will be found again on the 6 o'clock news.
The open house takes an odd turn when they show you the furnace where they burn, incinerate your body. This is our This is our penny savers model here,
which is huge.
You buy this plan, and we just dump you in this incinerator, and we put you in this urn.
Can you please stop giving my wife ideas?
I'm sorry. Does she listen?
Well,
because there's a little while. Oh,
she's dabbled.
Yeah, that's probably why she wants to go to the open house now at the funeral home.
So I kind of fear like this is going to be the episode that she listens to. She's going to be like, oh,
she knows about her plan now.
Yeah, she's going to be thinking, oh, the incinerator that saves money, because Dutch heritage. She likes
I gave
to
her
pinch.
that idea.
Yeah, thanks. Dutch heritage, she's going to pinch every...
And she married it.
Yeah. But I'm hedging my bets right now, so I'm going to cancel my life insurance, because I'm smart.
But you're tipping her off to it. If she listens to this podcast...
She does.
Right away.
Hopefully not this episode.
I'm just saying. This could be the time.
Yeah.
She will be tipped off to your plan, and she is going to have to accelerate her plans, which means Brent will not be on next week.
Yeah.
John and I here to forthwith.
Signing off.
Yeah. No, John is...
I won't be here next week.
Oh, okay. Well...
Okay, so it's just going to be me.
Good luck, Russ. So, Russ, what do you... Anything exciting... Like, any funeral home open houses in your future? Or?
Not a lot of excitement on that front. Like funeral home, that's unfortunately my life's pretty boring. My wife's not, at least not to my knowledge. So mine's going to be blissful ignorance when that moment comes up upon me.
There you go.
Hopefully it's like a smothering in my sleep or something. So I just drift off counting sheep.
There you go. Hey.
But I actually just got back from vacation, which is why we're recording this podcast a day later than usual, which is actually funny given the fact that most of the episodes have been recorded on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We record on Tuesdays, but that's happened like once.
Yeah, all of one time.
Yeah, so just got back from vacation, went to Michigan's beautiful Upper Peninsula.
Oh, yeah. They have a lower one, too?
Apparently.
Okay.
Nobody knows quite, but there's a bridge. We have a bridge, a beautiful, giant, a beautiful suspension bridge. It's one of the greatest. I helped build it. I financed the building of this bridge. They wanted to do just a normal bridge. I said, no, we got to suspend it. That's the only way you're going to get it across.
Just
the Straits of Mackinac.
Yeah, there you go. And it's the Trump Bridge.
Yeah, they're going to put his name on it.
Awesome.
That sort of thing. So
I'm never using that bridge.
We have the Silvergate Bridge, of course.
Yeah,
the sister of the Golden Gate over.
Right. What came first, the silver or the gold?
Oh, I think it was actually the Mackinac Bridge.
Well, obviously the gold came first. You always get gold for first, Russ. Come on.
Oh, well, you're talking sports related. That goes way over my head.
I mean, that was Olympic related, so that encompasses all sports. Come on.
Well, I get that, but I do not pay attention to that.
Okay.
So the Mackinac Bridge was built May 7, 1954.
Oh,
that's earlier than I.
What a feat right there.
Oh no, sorry, the Golden Gate Bridge came first. I really would have pegged it differently. But the Golden Gate Bridge was erected in the 1930s.
Well, everybody did want to get to San Francisco pretty bad. So
for the gold rush.
Yes. Well, okay. We'll go with the
gold
rush.
Is there another reason there?
Well, there's a rush, but I don't know how full of gold it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So going across the Mackinac Bridge to the Upper Peninsula, a bunch of untouched wilderness.
So you had to touch it, didn't you?
Yeah, everything.
Just touching.
Everything with a sign that says "Do not touch." I'm touching it.
Yes.
Look at this. Oh, that's a bear. Okay, whoops. I'm running.
I need some bear mace right now.
That's a thing.
That is a thing. That definitely is a thing. I haven't been sprayed with it.
Actually, we've talked about comedian Greg Warren.
Yes.
He has a little bit on
bear mace?
Bear mace.
Nice.
That he had to purchase.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's very expensive, and you can't take it with you on the plane. So
the purchase was null and void.
Essentially, yes. You have to look up Greg Warren's hilarious. So look up anything by him.
It's so sad. It's okay. I mean, I have almost a similar story, except for it was hairspray and not bear mace.
They're very similar.
Yeah. It was a full can of hairspray that I needed.
Full can?
Yeah, and I brought it on my carry-on because I was like, if you lose my luggage, then I can at least still do my hair, brush my teeth, and at least present well. And then TSA is like, you can't take the hairspray.
Well, yeah, you could spray it in the eyes of the pilot.
Exactly, because I really want to get up to the cockpit that bad.
And then it locks up his eyes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does get a little.
Because it's like extreme hold.
Yeah,
if you got extreme hold, his eyes aren't opening again.
No.
The closest I've come, actually, just before this, I was out for dinner and I had ordered a hot dog. Like a nice. This isn't like your little ballpark Frank. This is like a hot dog. It's a beef hot dog. So I didn't want to offend you with the story.
Wow, thank you for pointing. Jeez, man.
And then, but it had
you could have it too.
It had jalapenos on it. I don't know why that was offensive. I was trying to include you into the story a little bit.
Jalapenos are piquing my interest.
Yeah, except when you get them on your hands and then you rub your eye with them. That's
You maced yourself.
bear mace. Would not recommend it. Who invented jalapenos? Who's like? Because are they a cross between something? Are they a
I
cross
have no
between two
Like a pepper and a peno?
demon peppers?
Peppers. I don't know, but
I like your take on it, which is just like two peppers with the same, two parts of the name jalapeno. The jala pepper and the pino pepper.
yeah.
And they just put them
They
together.
came together, they
Seems
made
to
a
be
baby.
the logical story.
And
Jalapeno.
exactly.
It's got both parents' names.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It makes it very easy to understand the story.
Yeah. You know what though? Somebody that studies Latin is like, that's not even what the word means. It's like, all right, calm down.
Well, no,
Step away from your studies.
It's actually pronounced jalapeno in Latin.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little trivia there for you.
So, John, you got something going on? Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Well, how was the vacation overall?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. We went to quite a few different places.
Okay.
You've been to Kitchita-Kippy?
What?
Kitchita-Kippy.
I don't know what that means.
It's Big Springs is what it's called, and it's got exactly as the name would imply, a big spring.
No, it was Kitchen-a-Kippy.
Yeah, but it's called Big Spring.
Oh, I totally thought that was a kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
So you, not what the name implies.
Why my wife was so at home there. Is that too far there? She actually listens. She's probably going to look into a funeral home open house.
After that comment,
There'd be a lot of searches on her computer of
I wouldn't be
funeral home open houses near me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she texts my wife and is like, "Hey, that open house."
Yes.
You're welcome.
So I feel like because I don't know what happened here. So while we were, bear with us a moment, folks. I'm going to take you into a little insider baseball here. While I was mentioning Kitchita-Kippy, Brent arose from his place across the recording table from me, came around. He walked around John. I know none of you have seen our studio, but he walked around John, and he rubbed my ear, fiddled with my ear, and he and John thinks it's the funniest thing ever. I don't know what happened there. I'm very distressed. I wish I had some bear mace with me, if I'm being honest.
Or at least a jalapeno.
At least a jalapeno. At least I had a little on my fingers.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do. Oh, okay, that burns.
Well, he's good thing you don't have to see for this podcast.
Yeah, no, it's all done through
that's
speaking. What's is there a story here that?
It's just something that I've done to many people, but it's because my mom gave it to me when I was a baby. She used to play with my ears, and then when I got a little bit older, as a toddler, if I did something wrong, she would grab my ear. And then when I wasn't listening to her, and then when she wasn't listening to me, I would grab her ear. So you can blame my mom.
I was listening to you.
I know. But I didn't grab your ear out of frustration.
It
was more of a little
sign of affection.
Yeah.
Okay, well thank you.
I mean,
That's
you noticed my shapely legs.
I
gave you that little
didn't
tweet.
intend
So
to. There we go. We're even now.
yeah. So take that.
Yeah.
Stop noticing my legs.
Yeah, I'll remember you're up here.
Yeah. I'm up here, sir.
Yes.
You are what? Hey, you know what though? Kudos to you for keeping it somewhat professional.
Thanks.
I mean, you did pause. I threw you off
I was
just as
very confused. Yes, I didn't know how to continue. A lot of feelings going on inside.
like regret.
Like, why am I doing this?
I said no.
Yeah.
My body.
You did not ask consent.
It's okay.
All right.
It was implied. I saw the twinkle in your eye.
I gotta have a problem. It's the jalapeno. I just told you the story.
Well, whatever. It was still a twinkle.
That's. So, anyways, we saw to the trip. It was wonderful. Went to a bear farm.
Oh. Okay, that seems a bit risky.
They're fenced in.
Doesn't
Except
matter.
for the wild ones that come around. They actually do, when we were there.
Well,
there was this couple walking, and she goes, "Oh, look, there's a bear." And her husband goes, "Yeah, it's a bear farm." And she goes, "No, like outside the cage." And sure enough, yeah, that would be any husband's response, right?
Yeah.
Bear
At
farm.
a
bear farm. Like, that's what you're going to see. There's not going to be zebras, giraffes. You want to do that? You go down to the zoo, which we also went.
There's a zoo up there?
There's a zoo up there.
Goodness. What do they have? Is it just the animals that they find there? They're like, here's a deer, here's a bear, a coyote,
Youper.
We just snagged this when they're going extinct, so please be careful around it.
No, they have like lemurs.
Okay.
Kangaroos.
Oh, wow.
They have like coyotes. So you'd find those up there. Also a bear. They also have a bear. A lot of bears up there.
Yeah, bear farms, just bears.
They had tigers.
Okay.
Wolves. Lion. They had African lions in the UP. They were big lions too.
I see why they're called king of the forest now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a lot there. But anyway, the bear farm does get actual. Apparently, the caged bears will draw in wild bears.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So, and there are wild bears up there. So,
just trolling the zoo.
Just going around. They're looking at them like exhibits. Like, ha, sucker.
They're like, ha, I'm not you. What'd they get you for? I was rummaging through a trash can.
Yes. Oh, you get the meals provided. You don't have to hunt for them.
Pick me next. Me next,
guys. I need a home.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When you were at the zoo, were you picking out the animals that you wanted to hunt next?
Yes. Yes. That is it's one of those. Yeah, you take it over to a little island called Beaver Island, and you get to hunt them there on the nature preserve. Right. Yes,
I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I asked just because I had another friend that just texted. He was at the San Diego Zoo.
They let you do that there?
No, he was just walking through, going, I think I know what I want to hunt next. I'm like, I don't think zoos are displays for hunting.
That's the point of the zoo.
It's to save the animals, right? Like, okay. Like, all right, dude, have fun.
Leave it.
I haven't heard from him in a while. So he might have taken my have fun a little too serious.
Yeah, he's on a trip over to Africa now.
Yeah. John, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm sorry. It was just an epic thing you just did. It was awesome. I loved it.
I would call it epic, but
okay.
Loose definition of epic.
Wow. I mean, it was new. It was different.
It was definitely different.
Yeah.
So I have two little articles that I found recently. One is Russ. I actually sent it to Russ. Uno is looking for a chief player to play 4 hours a day to earn $3,824 a week.
Oh, okay.
That's good money.
Yeah, that
really
is
good money
for playing Uno.
For 4 hours a day.
I could do that.
Do you have to win or just play?
They don't say you have to win. You just have to play.
I mean, my family and I could do that. Kids are always asking to play Uno. Yeah, let's play some Uno for 4 hours for 3. Yeah, let's do it.
As Uno's company is searching for a chief Uno player. Remember, chief. And is willing to pay.
Are you allowed to say that? That's cultural appropriation,
I know, right? And is willing to pay a four-figure sum per week for the job. The chief Uno player is being hired to test out Mattel's newest version. Yeah, Mattel's newest version of the game, Uno Quattro Family.
Whoa! Can we
hold
get
on a second here? That's a lot of cultural appropriation.
Chief, Uno, Quattro.
Wait,
What
so
is-
so Quattro, have you 4 cards left, and you're like, Quattro?
Right? I don't know. According
I
to
have to learn a different language to play this game.
Yeah,
I would
pretty much.
never remember. I'd be down to 4 cards, and everybody would be yelling Quattro. And what do you do? Like, you have 5? Cinco!
Don't get them started. Uno
boy.
Cinco de Mayo edition.
Why have they not done this?
Yeah.
We're just handing
TM.
them free advice.
TM,
yeah.
exactly.
That's trademark to the
So-
Menacing Podcast.
According to the Toys Company website, the game is a classic 4 in a row challenge, but with a twist.
Wait.
That's Connect 4.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with Uno?
I don't know. The job entails challenging strangers to play the game, creating and starring in social content for various Uno games
Hey,
to help
buddy.
get the word out.
Hey,
So-
buddy, you want to play some Uno?
You're like sitting in the John. Hey, while we're here, you
Might as
want
well
to play?
play some
You
Uno.
want to play some Uno?
Slipping a card under the stall.
One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. 2 for you, 1 for me. Wait, what? Hey, while I'm handing out these cards, can you pass me some TP? I'm out over here.
The guy outside waiting for this one. Can I join? I'll just sit on the floor and join might as well, right? So
Uno. No, I'm going numero uno.
Yeah.
It's confusing in the bathroom. Very
Yeah,
quick.
and that way nobody sees if you have Quattro. So you don't even have to yell it out.
Yes.
it was just very interesting that these companies like Uno. I didn't know Uno was such a well-off company, but also to pay that much money a week just to play 4 hours a day.
But you have to challenge strangers.
challenge strangers, yes.
What do you just
that
go
would be weird.
like out on the street? You're just like Uno, you and me.
right now.
Just throw down the gauntlet.
What?
It's like a really bad street performer. Like, pick a card any, haha, sucker, it's Uno time.
Draw 4.
Quattro. So
That would be a bit of a killer to the deal for me. There, having to challenge strangers. I don't like people, so
well, I did the math. So if you did it for a year straight, you make close to 200,000.
Yeah,
I mean-
you still have to challenge strangers.
I know,
basically what I make now.
but here's
This podcast
Off the
writes
podcast,
about
yeah,
that.
right.
So.
I don't see a dime from this.
Well, it's
No,
okay, don't worry
absolutely
about
not,
it.
but
It's
I
in-
do. I see
it. Why do you think he?
oh,
Yeah,
that makes
exactly.
sense.
Why do you think the studio?
yeah,
That's true.
newly built. You guys didn't ask any questions about
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
how could you afford this?
I don't want to. It's just interesting. Like, I mean, you've heard of game testers.
Sure.
Like video game testers. They get paid maybe $14-15 an hour just to test the game. No, go to Uno and you could make over $3,000 a week for obviously challenging strangers.
Yeah. Well, then you also have to record it and put it on social media.
But
so
still,
that's,
it's like
Oh, you have to record it too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
because they're
How
trying
can
to.
you
And you're playing their
You're
new
trying to
game.
hold the phone with one hand, trying to play Uno with the next.
Yeah.
You only have so many hands,
exactly.
unless it's all you can do it digitally.
See,
They do have the Uno game.
Yeah, they do.
Just drop,
Link
just
up,
air,
link up phones.
yeah, just
Yes.
airdrop Uno to somebody next to you. It's owned.
Who started this Uno game? You stay silent. No, I don't know.
Never, no hablo siesta.
Jalapeno in my eye.
Quattro.
Actually, Brent, we got 2 minutes left. For
Oh,
the podcast.
no.
We're trying a different, shorter format.
Oh, crap.
People might be a
Yeah.
little confused here.
So we have something new to introduce. It's going to be good, better, worse advice. And I
We're
think-
trying to do an advice section,
Yeah,
to
so-
really spread our wings
and fly.
and fly.
Yeah, I think
Or
we have
fall
some.
flat on our face. There's always that option.
I think us three can give some pretty good advice.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
All right. So do we have anybody asking for advice?
Well, we did have somebody, kind of spurred on by some of the big news that's been happening with a couple of people in the podcast
Okay.
here. Brent, you've been a long-time homeowner.
Sure.
Very responsible, mature person.
Okay.
Well, it was just being polite.
Yeah.
John and I are new to that field.
Oh yes. Oh, John. John's big news,
John's,
everybody.
yeah, that's
and he
the-
didn't even get to say it. You're mean.
Well, he wouldn't. Would he have said it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just.
Well, that wasn't my big news.
Oh.
What?
I let a Black Widow bite me, and I'm Spider-Man now.
El Spider-Man.
Which is weird because you'd think he'd turn into Black Widow.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it went through kind of like a character change.
What's your superpower? Kicking.
and looking great in these spandex.
I also have 8 legs. It's really weird.
You did not get bit by the right
No,
spider. I'm fairly certain.
But he's always welcome at Walmart.
No,
Those
that
spandex.
that was tied into another one I saw real quickly. A boy let Black Widow bite him in hopes into turning into Spider-Man,
Okay.
and he had to be rushed to the hospital, and luckily he survived.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, that's a real story?
That's a real story.
I didn't think they reported on me doing that.
I was like, you know what? I know the superhero
Boy.
life is, very attractive, but maybe don't let Black Widows bite you.
Yeah.
It's a very
I'm going to
bad.
go swim in some nuclear waste to become a superhero.
You're giving people the wrong idea.
Go get him, kid.
And this is our advice section.
Well, the question, though, we have before we wrap up here, because we don't want to go too long here, but the question we received, actually, and I think this is a great question.
Yeah.
It'll be a wonderful way to end the podcast. Now, this will not impact John so much because he doesn't have to worry about mowing his lawn,
Lucky.
right? But the question here is, when you mow, do you have a bagger on it to suck it up? Or do you just leave the grass clippings on the grass?
Ooh. So, as a good neighbor, you do not want to upset all the other neighbors. So, it would be prudent if you left the bag on.
Ah, okay.
What if you didn't like people?
Ooh. Well, if
John
you're
is-
Ross.
so you don't. Well, and that leads into my advice here, which
Yes.
is I think you just leave the grass clippings out there because here's my theory why, right? You let it lay on the grass. You
Yep.
let the sun beat down on it. It dries it out,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Easy cleanup. Light it.
Yeah, there you go.
If you
See,
need an
and that's-
accelerant, go to Brent, borrow one of his bottles of vodka,
There you
little cloth on the top of that, light it up, Molotov cocktail right into the grass,
Boom.
cleared up.
Clear.
Because but you got to understand, right? Like good live grass
Yeah.
is full of like water.
Sure. So it's not going to burn.
It's not going to burn.
Yeah.
It can't burn.
Right.
Have you ever tried to burn like a sapling?
No.
You
Silly.
couldn't, even if you tried.
Yeah,
because
even if
it's
you tried, yeah.
it's green. Have you tried to like break a piece off it? You can't. It's
Actually, I
unbreakable.
have, and I get very frustrated
Yeah.
every time I try.
Right, so that's the concept there. So just leave it, light it up when
you
it's
go.
nice and dry. Farmers do it all the time.
Exactly.
Controlled burn.
And I actually think that goes into, even though it might be advice a little bit later, let's try to nip this in the bud. If you have leaves, same idea in the fall. Same idea in the fall. Of course, John doesn't have to worry about any of this.
But
So
what would be your advice, John, if you had to worry about this?
Well, I always mowed with the bag on.
Oh, okay.
So that was my.
You're in Brent's.
Yeah, I'm
so
impressed.
I think if you don't have if you're not fancy enough to have a bag, maybe go out and rake. But
Not everybody can afford a bank. We're not all
Yeah,
wealthy
yeah.
millionaires.
Yeah, exactly. So go out and rake. But I think
I might be, but not everybody is.
but waiting for it to dry out, I think it was a very wise idea.
Although I've seen someone with a bag attached to the mower and they dumped it on their lawn. Like,
wait,
what
what?
was the point of that? Yeah.
Wait, what?
They literally picked up the grass and then they just dumped it on their lawn.
Oh yeah. It's because I've seen people do that too. It's weird, but it's for fertilization / nutrients, or they just had an extra bottle of vodka lying around.
That's why you got to get rid of it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Just got to go pretend you're leading a revolution.
There you go. Viva Revolution! Whoa! Jim's at it again.
That's our neighbor.
Yeah, he dipped into the whiskey this time. Oh boy.
Literally.
It's going to go
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for joining us. It's the end of the podcast. If you need some answers to your burning question, send it in. We're going to be doing this advice minute at least once a month.
Yeah,
So-
we want to hear from you and to find out, like, what are your questions? What do you need advice on? Because we're here to give advice. We're throwing as much at the wall as we can, seeing what sticks.
Yeah. Yep. So you can actually send those to menacingpodcast@gmail.com. You can listen to us on any platform that holds a podcast. And whatever platform has 5 stars, go ahead, bare minimum, give us at least 5 stars. Write a review. let's see how that what you guys are thinking, and then you know what? If you're on Spotify, take the quiz like it's homework. Take the oh man, what is that called?
There's a question.
Well, it's a question.
Question and answer.
Yeah.
Q&A.
But what is
That's
it?
what they call it.
What?
They call it a Q&A.
Well, okay, but it's a poll. Take a poll. The poll.
Oh, well, are we going to put up a poll? We'll put up
Maybe.
a poll.
We'll
Would
put
you
up a
go
poll.
to a funeral home open house?
Yes.
Is that something on your radar there? Let us know what you think of that.
So you can also find us on Twitter at Menacing Podcast and Facebook.
X.
Oh, yes, X
whatever.
now.
It's formerly known as Twitter.
X marks
I guess.
the spot.
X. You can also find us on Facebook at Menacing Podcast.
Oh, it's meta.
Oh my gosh,
for
I
Pete's
don't
sake.
even care.
I don't even.
Until next week, hopefully we'll all be here.